calm and stretchy and chill, to chill out, so to our low back, grab the back of the legs and kind of roll down, bringing the knees in with you, and give yourself a big hug. So knees to chest, gently rocking side to side, just rolling through that low back, kind of coming over to one hip and just a pause, and the other hip a pause, and just kind of roll through. And sometimes just even play with this a little bit, being in that playful part of yoga where you can take the knees a little bit wide, the arms into a T, and then you kind of like roll. So then it's more floppy, right? You're just kind of swinging the legs side to side. Just kind of have fun with that a little bit. You get a little more to the outside of your hip and keeping the knees kind of tucked in towards your chest. So we're not putting a lot of stress on that low back. It's just a little freedom here to do that. Sometimes our butt cheeks decide to take a little walk down the yoga mat. It's okay. And go ahead and pause here. Bring your hands on your knees. And what we'll do is we'll do a little circling of the knees. So knees together, all right, and inner thighs somewhat together, hands on top of the knees, and then we circle the knees around. So we come into the chest, side, back, and side. And I always love this one because it can hit some spots that maybe you didn't feel earlier, some tender or tight spots. And that nice circular motion where you're going mid-back, hip, towards the tailbone, and opposite hip. And then we'll do one more circle. You're in a pause, and then we reverse that circle. So this is really like just giving yourself a lot of love here in your low back. And it feels great. You're getting this amazing circulation and stretch into the sacrum. And we're going to do one more. And we're going to pause. Hug the knees in. Just hold that knees to chest forward pose, Alpanasana. And now we're going to take an inhale. We'll just pull the abdominals in really strong. Flex your feet. Tuck the chin in towards your chest. And lift up, nose to knees. So this is sometimes called cannonball, all right? You can grab the outside of the feet, kind of tuck in, separate those shoulder blades, take another full breath, and then release down. Now, hands back on the knees, we can come into what we call an SI joint release, all right? So the hands are on the knees. You push the knees away. We've done this together before. The knees open out. They come into a half circle and join back together. So you push away, open the knees, and circle round. And I love this because this has also been referred to as the wave. So the wave is the rolling from your mid-back all the way down to the tailbone. So it's like a wave rolling through that spine. And we'll do one more. You push the knees away, open, and back together. Now reverse, go ahead and open the knees, push the knees away, draw them back together, and hug in. So open, push away, knees together, and hug. Good, make sure you're breathing. Take some big deep breaths in through the nose, and exhale it all out. Very nice. And we'll do one more. This is so therapeutic for your hips and your back. So now we're going to hug back in. Flex the feet. If you want to come back to your cannonball, right, where you're hugging the nose between the knees. And then go ahead and release feet down to the mat. So we're going to take those legs, really point the toes, stretch them out, reach the arms over your head. And this is just a really light, I love this little flow here we're going to do. We're in stick pose right now. So we're pointing the toes, we're reaching out. And from stick pose, we're just going to do single knee to chest. So we're going to hug the right knee in, reach the arms overhead, and then hug the opposite knee in. So good. Inhale and reach. Exhale, knee to chest. And sometimes if you feel that tightness in one hip, then just pause and hold it right there. Just hold it. Inhale and reach. Those who like to be a little more active in this, you can do a nose to knee and get some abdominal work. So it's a little like a level up. So you can go nose to knee. Inhale and reach. And then nose to knee. Inhale and reach. Beautiful. Nose to knee. Inhale and reach. Only if that feels good to you. You know, lifting the head and neck. So if your neck is tight or sore, then it doesn't feel good. You just stay with the hands to the knee, right? Not lifting. So let's just do one more on each side. And then I'd like you to just end up reaching the arms overhead. Pause there. Take a big deep breath, and as you exhale, hug the right knee into the chest. And now let's stretch out your back, your spine. So you're gonna come into a knee down twist. You're gonna take your left hand outside the right thigh. And I'm using a little bit of my hand here to help come into that twist. Dropping that right shoulder blade, turn the head away. I always like to close my eyes because it gives me that opportunity to check in. Start to use your breath to help you settle more into the pose. To allow those areas that are holding tightness to let go. And we'll take one more big deep breath. You're gonna roll onto your back, take the right foot and stretch that right leg out. Arms overhead, come back into our stick pose, point your toes, and take an inhale. As you exhale, let's bring your left knee into your chest. Just pause there. See if we can get the mid back, low back to soften and relax into the floor. Now coming into our knee down twist, take your right hand on the outside of that left thigh, roll up and over to the side of that hip. And then finish this twist with reaching your left arm across the floor. I always like to turn the head away so we get some neck stretch here. And then once we're in this position, this pose, this posture, we're going to start to take our awareness internally. We're going to start to check in. And see if you can make that breath deeper and wider. And exhale it all out longer and slower. And we'll take one more big cleansing breath. Then we want to slowly move out of our pose, bringing our left foot now. Bring that left knee into your chest. Good. And bring both knees in, hug in. Very good. And we're going to roll over to our side. Go ahead and use your hand to push up. And come into a tabletop position. So in this tabletop position, I'm going to move to the side of my mat so I can face you. And I'm going to take my blanket and just put it a little bit out on the front of my mat. So we're going to come into tabletop position, but we're not going to stay here very long. So my knees are directly under my hips. And I'm going to send my right leg back behind me and lift that right leg up. I know you can't see. And then I'm going to send that right leg out to the side and ground it down to the floor. Now my left foot is flexed and in line with my knee. Now I'm going to come into a version of puppy dog pose. I want this inner thigh stretch, and I'm grounding out to the outer edge of my foot. So if you have a bolster, you can use the bolster here. So this is a forearm, but a puppy dog, where I'm going to take my elbows to the floor, interlock my fingers, and I'm going to push my hips back. So maybe my forehead's going to come down towards the blanket and rest on the blanket, or if you have a bolster, it's going to rest onto the bolster. Close your eyes. Just taking about 3 more breaths. I want a little stretch here in my upper back and shoulders. Take another full inhale. Just move the hips slightly back and get that stretch. Now I'm going to lift my head and chest up, bring my hands back underneath my shoulders. Now I'm going to walk my hands towards my knee, and I'm going to bring my hands to my hip crease. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up and over the crown of your head. And as you exhale, take that right arm and start to lay it on the side of your outer thigh. The left arm's going to continue to send that energy over, and we'll move into gate pose. Take 3 more breaths. Good. 1 more inhalation. And using the side body, that left torso, come all the way back up to the center. And now we take the left hand to the floor, modified side plank pose. So reaching the arm up. So first start with just sending the energy out through those fingertips. Take a full big deep breath, and now reach the arm over the side of your face. Good. Take another inhale, and as you exhale, bringing the arm back up. Let's go ahead and lift that leg so we have a nice, stronger pose here. It's now more of a modified side plank. Take another full breath. And now drop that foot down and bring your torso back up. Let's bring the hands back down to the floor one more time. Okay. So now we're going to send our right leg up with the abdominals pulled in, and that right leg back behind, and bend that knee. Very good. So let's go to the other side. We can again have our blanket there if you like that with the puppy dog pose. So you're going to take the left leg behind you, lift it up, take it out slowly to the side, ground it down to your mat. Good. Really make sure that it's connected, the whole foot is grounded. So then we add our arms, we come to the elbows. And elbows to the floor, elbows to a block or bolster, whatever you choose. Your prop can be whatever you want, right? So we interlock the fingers, then we start to push the hips slightly back, dropping the forehead down, maybe to the blanket or to the floor. And it's a chest, sometimes they call this a heart pose, anahata pose, where you're leading with your chest and your heart. Good, one more full breath. Nice, and then you're going to bring your hands under your shoulders, coming back into this somewhat tabletop position. Bringing your hands, walk them towards your knee and hands all the way onto your hips. Good. Find yourself right here to the center. You're going to turn the palms up. Inhale, float the arms up over the crown of your head. As you exhale, release your left arm now. Let it just lie on the side of the leg. And now we start to lean into it. We start to open up that right rib cage. And just allow the neck to be naturally in that curve of your spine. And then move into the breath, the nice, smooth and easy inhale, feeling the rib cage expand. And taking one more full breath. Let's keep the belly firm, right? And the torso strong, right? We're going to come right back to the center. And now the right hand comes down to the floor, directly under your shoulder. And now we're going to inhale. You can open the shoulder and the chest towards the sky. Maybe you can take the gaze up. That's always really nice. Take another full breath and then reach the arm overhead. Really create that long extension from your foot to your fingertips. Good. Take another full breath. And as you exhale out, we're going to draw the arm back up, even to your shoulder. And let's add a little strength by picking up the leg. Staying open with the shoulder. Good. Take another cleansing breath. Then dropping that foot down, grounding it first, then using your obliques to lift up. Perfect. Good. So bringing the hands back under the shoulders. Very good. All right, so now we're going to pick our left leg up, send it behind. Good. And draw that knee back in. So you're in the table position. Let's come into child's pose. So I'm going to come into a wide knee child's pose where my big toes are touching. My knees are towards the edge of the mat. And I'm just going to walk the hands out. Some of you may choose to fold the forearms and rest your forehead on the forearms. Let's really let go of any of that tension or stress we could be holding on to. And sometimes it's not obvious sometimes. We may be holding on to stress unconsciously. All right, I do that all the time, so don't worry about it. But just let's take some inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So take an inhale through the nose, exhale it out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And one more time. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Then go ahead and lift your head, your chest. Walk your hands back to your shoulders. So we're going to come up and we're going to come into Picasso. Feet on the mat. Roll down. Side. Let's bring our hands onto our belly as we stretch the legs out. Just taking a moment to truly relax after our practice today. You guys really did an amazing job. I just want you to just take a small moment here to let go. And just feeling the rise and fall of the belly. And when you inhale, I want you to think of the word let. And as you exhale, think of the word go. So inhale, let. Exhale, go. And just one more time, silently in your head, think of the words. Inhale, let. And exhale, go. And start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Slowly draw one knee at a time into your chest. Again, giving yourself that big hug, giving yourself lots of love for being here, for taking care of yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit. Gently roll to the side of your hip and shoulder into that embryo position. Just pause here for a moment. There's no hurry. Using your hands to gently come up. And you're welcome to grab your blanket if it's close by and sit. So bringing your left hand to your heart and your right hand. Just lay them over and lay them right over the chest. Close your eyes. And come into that gentle heartbeat. And just taking one more big deep breath. Bring your hands to prayer. Bow your chin. The light in me salutes that light and that divine that is in you. And together we say, Namaste.